Here, even in the back in the first one, Gomez was like, "Is this? What the hell?"
Take two. And welcome back to another episode of Licht. I'm your host, Enterprises. Joining me today,
Felix.
The title we were scratching off today is the second parter of the Family Values franchise. I keep saying Family Values.
It's the Addams Family.
Addams Family Values. Number dos. Addams Family number dos. I'm flustered because we already did this already, and because of a power outage, I have to do it again.
Here, even in the back in the first one, Gomez was like, "Is this? What the hell?"
Where the Addams family tried to rescue their beloved Uncle Fester from this gold-digging bitch, a black widow named Debbie.
God damn, I got so many fond memories about Debbie.
I remember there was like a smoking hot redhead, but I didn't know who the actress was.
Oh my, Joan Cusack is forever in my head as the smoking hot woman trying to get some money.
See, no, for me, she's Jessie the cowgirl, man.
Really?
Yeah.
No shit. Nah,
Yeah.
For me, she's the smoking hot killer.
The main thing here is that there's 2 years from the first one, the difference between the first one and this one, the release, but the kids age like probably 4 or 5 years, because I think that they recorded it in, might have been like 89, and then they again in 92 or whatever. It's just that Christina Ricci and this
Pugsley.
young Pugsley just look, Jimmy Workman just look leaps and bounds older. You can totally see it, especially if you watch them back to back. Nobody else ages. The kids go bam. You're like, holy shit, how old is Wednesday now? Fucking 12?
You kind of see Angelica Houston age.
I don't think so.
I do, because my mom was sitting next to me when we were watching the movie, and she was like, "Do you notice that?" Because we watched it back to back also, and she was like, "Are you noticing that she?" And I was like, "Yep, yeah." Her age is kind of showing a little bit because her face was not that slim. I mean, that's a sign of aging.
But yeah, the fact that the kids are smarter than the adults, especially Wednesday, she figures shit out faster than all the adults do combined, is part of the charm and part of why this whole thing works. Because even in the first one, like, Gomez can't figure it out. That's his fucking brother, but it is, but it isn't. And then he can't figure out that this lady's a gold digging hoe. And Wednesday gets it in 2 seconds, right?
Yeah.
And then on top of that, dad, a little fuck, a little baby, and Pubert.
Best name ever.
Pubert.
But in carrying what we said about the first movie, this motherfucker breathes fire.
T-way.
Cementing that they're not humans.
No.
They're not fucking humans.
Nope. And again, that's why they were freaking out when he's turning normal. Maybe because he's becoming mortal. And they don't want that.
And it was hilarious because of the mustache. Right?
Yeah.
A baby with a side comb and a mustache. And the fucking the BB. Like the baby bottle he gives it's brandy, a raw egg, and some sauce.
Yeah.
What the hell was that sauce?
Was it Worcestershire or something like that? I don't know.
Worcestershire sauce.
I forget. There's an actual name for that drink.
Oh, that's a drink?
Yeah, it's like a legit potion concoction thing.
Oh, wow.
I forget what it's called.
Okay, that makes sense. And there's a scene where Gomez gives Pugsley a cigar.
We touched upon this on the first video. Like, they're perfectly casted, and I think they only got better with the second movie.
Oh, yes.
Actually, Pubert was played by 2 twin baby girls.
And I thought it was 2 boys. Making it kind of obvious that baby girls and baby boys, there's a point where you can't tell them apart.
No, especially if you have a mustache on them, like, who can't tell a difference?
And that was kind of funny because I've never watched it in HD. That's the first time I watched these movies in HD. So it's very apparent that the baby can't keep his hands off his face.
Yeah.
Because the makeup is all fucked up in a lot of scenes. Like, he's slapping himself silly.
Was it in the second one or in the first one where the janky CGI of like the hand jumping off the cobblestones? Was that in the first one?
That's in the first one, yeah.
Those bloopers, I guess, or I don't know what you want to call it, lack of technology kind of helped the movie though. It adds to the quirkiness of the whole movie. We do get a change in grannies. Carol Kane
Yeah.
plays Granny in this one, and she's actually younger than her on-screen daughter in Morticia.
Yeah,
So
and I
that's a
know,
little weird.
and I know she's not that old because in Kimmy Schmidt, she's not even that old.
No,
But she
She's that-
plays a crazy granny perfectly.
she plays crazy everything all the time, like crazy hippie lady, crazy whatever, crazy stepmom, crazy whatever. But speaking of casting, their original thought for Debbie wasn't actually Joan Cusack. It was actually Aunt May herself, Marissa Tomei. That would have been nice.
That would have made my.
Not to discredit Joan Cusack at all.
no,
She
no.
did beautifully, wonderfully, great job.
She sold it.
It's a tops up for me between Wednesday and Debbie for MVP.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. No,
I think it's
no
Wednesday's
doubt.
movie. It's Wednesday's movie.
It is because we see her develop a lot of stuff
Yeah.
in this movie.
Yeah.
With when she smiles at the campway, that's so fucked. Oh,
Yeah.
my mom and I squirmed. We squirmed.
That, they want you to. That's the whole point.
And she smiles like a sociopath way.
Yeah.
Fuck. Man.
And it's
Wonder
weird
the
because
kids
she's so
stepped
pretty
back.
though. And she's such a pretty little girl. The acting chops of her to make herself look awkward and weird with a smile is just, she's genius, you know?
And when they were singing Kumbaya, the despair in her face was
Yeah.
palpable. Was legit palpable.
I did feel that they copied and pasted the first movie a little bit with the whole Fester thing. Like they're tricking Fester again. And instead of his mom, it's his new girlfriend a little bit.
Well, yeah, I mean, it does. Fester does lend itself because he's gullible,
He's gullible as all hell, yeah.
and in his psychopathic craziness, he's innocent.
Yeah. And it's kind of cool to see the kids come together when they're, you know, struggling with camp. I don't know what it was about the 90s, that there's a lot of movies featuring camps. Like
And-
camp is like a gigantic thing.
And the camp counselors are, oh my,
They're fucking
way.
weird.
I hate them. Those two act
They're way
so
too-
well. Ugh.
They're way too chipper. It's
mean-
it's that fake happiness that you're like, no, you're not happy all the time.
I don't like
You're not.
people. I know I can smell that, and I hate people like that.
I think that's why we love Wednesday and Christina Ricci, because she's real. She doesn't edit herself for anybody. She's gonna say what's on her mind, you know, and her delivery is perfect of messed up lines too. You know, she's saying fucked up shit and so dry, and the whole smile thing. I think she steals this movie. Yeah, I think she steals this movie.
Yeah, completely. Even her and Bernard from the Santa Claus.
Bernard. Shout outs to Bernard. I forget his fucking name too. That's how I remember him too, Bernard. But yeah, the movie definitely teaches you the power of the pussy.
Oh, no mames, way. That's pussy whipped at its finest.
And that's why, I guess that's another reason why it's rated PG-13.
Cause, wait, God, we get some cleavage action over there. No mames.
And it's just all the sexual innuendo and all the sexual stuff too.
Yeah, cause in my head when I said that is that when they go visit Miss Deborah and Fester in their house, she like pushes her boobs together, and Fester's like, "Fuck off!"
Yeah. She's blackmailing him with titties.
And I love that he just doesn't die. Way.
No, he doesn't.
He
Because they're not human.
Oh my God.
They're not human.
He blows him up. He electrocutes him. What else does he do?
Doesn't
She tries to
with,
kill him in another way, right?
with the shotgun? Doesn't she like try to shoot him?
No, but that was when in the car after they blew the house up.
Right. I mean, she blew the house up.
First, there's I don't know how many pounds of dynamite in that motherfucker, and he still lives
He's chilling.
with the meat pie.
Yeah.
Shout out to that meat thing.
Christopher Lloyd actually had to bend his knees a lot during the film to appear shorter than he actually is.
Because he's tall.
Is he?
Yeah, he's kind of tall. I mean, you can see it in Back to the Future. I mean, Michael J. Fox is not that tall even,
No.
but he looks tall and lanky.
Yeah.
And the fat suit he used was made him funnier.
Yeah. He's just so goofy looking. The part that I kept grabbing my attention was the light over Angelica Houston's face.
I love it.
They used that effect a lot more in this movie than in the second one.
Yeah, because in the first one, in the first one,
They used it more here, I felt like.
Yeah, but you said that they used it more here than in the second one.
Yeah, I meant it the other way around. I'm so flustered because of this fucking power outage, dog.
So it was like, is this? What the hell?
I'm just trying to
Don't
power
worry,
through.
just chill away.
I'm trying to power through.
In the first one, it was natural. In this one, it's ethereal.
Yeah, but they used it way more that it stood out to me, and I love it. It's great. It's fantastic.
Yeah, because she's dark and her eyes are lighter, and you see even her standing beside Gomez was fully lit.
Yeah, just her eyes are fully lit. Like she's wearing a band, like a
light bandana.
Yeah, a light bandana, exactly.
And I love the chemistry. Oh my god, I 100% buy the chemistry between Houston and Julia.
Yeah.
My god, the looks they share. Oh, it made me shiver.
Especially Angelica's like, I love you, but
Oh my god,
I kind of despise you at the same time. That's like Morticia's love for Gomez. It's like I love you, but I pity you more than in just undying love like Gomez has for her. It's not the same. It doesn't go both ways.
No, yeah, exactly.
Morticia's like, you're lucky you're with me, and I know this, right? So like,
But
the blinds, to the blinds, or whatever the fuck she wants him to do.
Oh, Simon.
She knows that he's her puppy dog, and he like they know it, and that chemistry together goes perfectly.
But I think her love is like legit.
Yeah, she loves him, but it's not on the same level.
Oh no, never.
I do believe that even though it is a slight copy paste, the second movie I think is better.
Yes, I completely, because we get changes in scenery, changes in tone.
Yeah.
And what made it slow in the first one, like really ramps it up in this one.
And that dynamic works perfectly until it comes together, and then the whole kidnapping and the BB running around the house and setting them free. I just feel like the dynamic and the whole movie as a whole works better in the second one, which is not usually what happens. Usually the second one sucks ass and the first one is whatever. And the critics agree as well when this released back in 93. But unfortunately, it made less than half as much as the first one did at the box office, which doesn't make sense.
No, because this is I think it's a way better movie than the first one. And
I really do.
The first one I think is very good.
The first one's okay. The second one's better. That's how I think.
My favorite scenes in the movie, one of them, is the play in the camp.
Yeah.
That change at the drop of a dime.
Yeah.
From Wednesday just was bone chilling, and when they raised the camp to hell,
yeah, the fire in the background while she's just staring at him is like very creepy. It was like, holy shit. For me, Christina Ricci is the MVP of this movie. She stole it 100%. It's her movie.
Yeah, Christina Ricci, and like close second, Joan Cusack.
For you.
For me. Yes.
But yeah, those are our thoughts on Addams Family Values. We also, of course, watched the first one right over here if you guys want to go back and watch. And more list of spooky stuff right here. Before we leave, I'm just going to leave you guys with a picture of Christina Ricci dressed up as Morticia. Thank you for always and forever, you to you.
Bye-bye. Like old Christina, like now Christina Ricci dressed up as Morticia?
I'm on it, dog. I'm on it.
Ah, su putísima madre, güey.
I'm going to close on that. Beautiful.
Verga, güey.
Smoking.